Hey, what's up, guys? It is Old School TCG here, and before we get started with today's locals, I first want to bring up this. My local shop, Magic and Monsters, is going to be hosting a 1K at the end of the month on the 28th, which is a Sunday, and I would like for any of you guys to show up. There's 20 player minimum, $50 entry. You guys can message me on Instagram. It's right over here. And with that, you guys will be getting 10 OTS packs on registration. Please have your ID and your deck list mandatory. So, thank you. Let's move on to the video. Alright, so for this locals, this was filmed, I believe, last Monday, which I don't remember the specific date anymore because it's been a while. I'm filming this on Saturday, which is hopefully when it'll be also released. But I believe on the left is my friend Connor, who is playing, if I remember correctly, this is Plant Sworn. And on the right, I keep forgetting your name, buddy, sorry about that. But he's playing, if I remember correctly, it is a zombie build. So they're going into the final cut. I'm going to skip this just a little bit. Oh, never mind. It's 3. It's a pretty low roll. They're just making sure that it's recording. And looks like the player on the right is going to win the die roll, and I think he's going to go first. So they're taking a second to start. There they go. Very weird position to have his deck. Sets 1, just passes. I think he's called a Haunted in his hand. Trap does shoot right away, right into the glare zone. Sorry about that. Puts back the Aaron. His hand is kind of a brick. Connor, this deck sucks. Just play a different one. You'll do much better. So I'm pretty sure he's just going to say the infamous word pass. Opponent draws, flips with a Spirit Reaper. Yeah, because he knows what's in his opponent's hand. Normal summons Gale, goes into, I believe it's either Goyo or Brio. I think he's going to go for Goyo. He wants more damage to hit the board. There's the Goyo. Hit for 28. That will connect. Sets 1 and passes. Draws for turn. Don't know what he drew. Just passed the turn. No summons the DD Warrior Lady. Attacks and attacks the Goyo. Down to 900 life points. Just scoops it up going into game 2. That's rough, Connor. Sorry that you were hyping up this deck so much and then got screwed over. Moving on to game 2. This is the final shuffle and final cut. Let's see. Alright, no summons Card Trooper, mills 3, hits a Plague Spreader, which is pretty nice. Just passes the turn. He draws for turn. Let's see what he's got. He's going to activate Allure, that's what it was. Sorry, I can't see the card with all this glare. Sorry about that. No summons Kaiku, that's brutal. Draws 2, but banishes the Plague Spreader and the Celestia for his troubles. Sets 1 and passes. Trades in for Amaryllis. I see Dandelion, Amaryllis, I believe that's a Titanial. Mark of the Rose, is that a power pickaxe on Heavy Storm? That's a Heavy Storm. Don't know what the other card is. Activate something. Can you guys stop? Oh, Soul Exchange. Walks right into the Torrential. So this actually, he does bring out the dandies. So I thought it was ruled a little differently, that he couldn't do it because of that, but apparently Dandelion is mandatory. So that's my fault. I don't believe it changes the game state, though, in all actuality. Yeah, they're just talking about the rule. So, sorry about that. It's locals, guys, so we're just trying to make sure that everything is going well. I thought the Dandelion could not activate because of vanities on the board, but that is not the case. So, it shouldn't really matter in the end, but we'll see what happens. He just passes the turn, brings the Amaryllis, and passes. DD Warrior Lady banishes it. No summons Kaiku, attacks, banishes the 2 darks. Pass the turn. Sets 1 passes. Draws Lumina, which you could use Solar Recharge for. Draws 2. Mills 2. Lightning Vortex and Call the Haunted. Draws Lightning Vortex and MST. So you could MST the back row if you really wanted to. And it was Book of Moon. In which he gets hit with a spy. So no spy's going to come onto the board. Or Descendant, how he feels. I actually don't know what build this is on the right-hand side, like, at all. He's going to Lightning Vortex this? Hell yeah. Lightning Vortex that. Can't bring out the Amaryllis, though, unfortunately. Oh, he's seen all 3 in his hand at one point. Dang. Gale halves it, attacks over, sets 1 pass. Sets the Raikou, passes. Norseman's Descendant synchros into, I'm assuming, Armor Master? Oh, Arcanite Magician. Never mind. Sets the 1 to get rid of the Raikou. Attacks for 14. Sets 1 pass. Heavy Storm. Solemn Judgment. It comes down, so that means that back row is really valuable. He can mark the rows that he's going to take the Arcanite. He's going to take 400. Just passes the turn. Tributes for Thestalos. Gets to ruin a card out of his opponent's hand, which is very nice. Gets to remove the Cluster Amaryllis, which is unfortunate. Attacks 24 though. Oh, traded. There we go. That's a big one. Norseman's the Lila. Ends phase, uses Lila's effect, milling 3 good cards. Brings the Amaryllis. Gets banished for his troubles. And then he passes the turn. Attacks. Mirror Force goes through. Draws. Norseman's Aaron. Attacks. Okay. Moving on to game 3. Connor took game 2. And I believe this is the final cut. Sorry if the frame rate seems to be dipping. I'm just going to pause for a second. Probably going to slow it down right after this. Says pass. Foolish Burial. I see that Lone Fire in his hand, so he's going to pitch the Dandy. Bring up the 2 tokens. Normal summon the Lone Fire effect. Hell yeah. That's the strong stuff. Lone Fire into Titanial. And then he's going to attack with probably Titanial first. And then if he deals damage, he has a choice for the Lone Fire. Attacks with the Lone Fire first. Okay, it's DD Warrior Lady. A little unfortunate, because he knows what's going to happen now if he attacks with Titanial, but he's just going to pass. Okay, so he's going to force him to run it into the Titanial, or he's just going to keep it in offense. So he's just reading Titanial, make sure of something. He's thinking about his turn. Maybe has a really good play in mind. Oh, this is something that might come up right now. That is Soul Exchange, if I remember correctly. I do not know this one either. I believe it does target, because Soul Exchange says select. It's not a Stormforth, which was my understanding. I might be going 0 for 2. So I'm looking up Soul Exchange myself while he goes and uses Lone Fire's effect, bring another Titanial. It does target out. Okay, I was correct. Text 28 down to 39. Sets 1 pass. Draws for turn. He's got a 6-card hand, but I don't know what he's doing with it. I am so sorry for that stupid ass glare. Is that? It's a face field. Oh, that's dimensional barrier. That's what it is. Raiko hits it. Or sorry, Fisher. My bad. Targets those two. Book of Moon's the card. Mills Necro Garden, which is still good. Attacks for 28, it's down to 11. Passes the turn. And just scoops it up. Alright, so Connor takes it back from a horrific game 1. And now let's move on to the next match. So on our left is Gavin, who is playing Black Wings. And on the right is, I am horrible with names once again, but I know he's playing, I believe it's Diva Hero. So, no one's sure. Black Whirlwind, of course, gotta start very strong. Grabs Gale. Special Scale. Oh, he's just gonna go straight for an Armor Master. Turn 1. Just laying the law. Okay. And he's activating Veil of Darkness. Let's go! That's super brutal. I love this. He just sets 3 and passes. He's gonna Trap does shoot him, showing all 4 dark monsters. Technically, the Veil of Darkness should have triggered if you wanted to, but don't know if he necessarily cared. But now he still can use the Black Whirlwind. Just goes off. Okay, gets deprisoned on the Armor Master. He could have normal summoned there and just surge something, but it's fine. Deep Sea Divas to bring out probably Spine Gilman. There it is. And since he knows his hand, he knows what to do with this play. He needs to go for the Android to get over it. He needs to go for the Android to get over it. He's going to attack into Vayu. So he's going to gain 600 at the end phase. And pass the turn. Okay, draws into... Oh my gosh, this could be lethal. Grabs Blizzard from the normal summon with Black Whirlwind. Special Spora. Pumps it, attacks. Gets Mirror Force for his troubles. Could have special summoned that in defense, but it's fine. Activates E-Call, searches out Neos Alias, because I believe there's a Hero Blast waiting. Oh, he's got a Gemini Spark as well. Yeah, of course you would want to search for that. Normal summons it. Attacks for 1924. Sets both the Gemini Spark and the Hero Blast, gains 600 life points, and passes the turn. Draws Shura. He's going to do it again, pitching a Vayu down. Okay, so he's going to skip it over, go right into Sirocco. Or sorry, no summoning Blizzard. I believe the Blizzard should have summoned something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but... Oh well. That's game. Okay, moving on to game 2. I will preface this, Gavin is pretty new to this. He's also very young. I believe he's closer to 14. Which, I love seeing that there's a bigger interest in the Edison format. But I also understand that he's not going to know as many things as some of us veterans for this format. So, just give him a little bit of grace for playing. He's a normal Dark Grepher, pitch Dark Grepher, and he's probably going to dump Vayu. There we go. Has an element of extermination, sits bottom with Shrapnel and passes turn. Activates E-Call. Searches out, I'm assuming Stratos. Yep, get that free +1. And gets Bottomless Trap with first troubles. Searches out Alias. I forgot about this. There was a kid crying in the background. So, that's pretty unfortunate. He's going to know an Extermination. He's going to target one of them. He's going to chain the Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, putting the Griffer back to the top of the deck. Unfortunately, they do not necessarily understand the ruling of Known Extermination. If he activates it, he doesn't banish anything. Activates Black Corwin. Normal Summons Bora. It's probably going to search out either Gale or Kalut. They're still confused about the Nolan Extermination. I just think it's a bad card. Just play Dust Tornado instead. Attacks for 17 directly. Passes the turn. Sets 1 and passes. They're just a little confused on if he shuffled or not. Alright, let's drop turn. He's gonna... Okay. Take down the Bora with Snowman Eater. Very nice card. Uh-oh. Alias for 19. Draws for turn. Uh-oh. Daddy hits the board. That's brutal. Oh, wow. Just lets him go for it. Okay. I wasn't sure. Okay. So he's going to activate Shield's effect for attacking over the Summon Eater using a Kalut. So I was watching the game more than talking about it. It was just a lot going on, and I was trying to keep with it. First one's with the Gale and attack for another 13. I believe he's going to synchro into a Armor Master, which he does. Let's see, what's in his hand? I see an Ocean, but I don't know what that spell is. I think that spell might be a copy of Miracle Fusion. Normal summons Deep Sea Diva. Special summons out Spined Gilman. He's an Icar stack, take them both down, which I think was a little bit of a waste of the Icar stack. That's specifically why, because he could have just used it on that instead. Attacks for 25 with the Absolute Zero. Uses Fire's effect to go into Soul in the Ascendant, attacks and destroys it. That's really nice. Just keep that in hand, passes the turn. Normal summons the Ocean, takes 15. Draws for turn. Uh-oh. There we go. It's Greffer. Do you have Sirocco in the grave? Nope. He's going to do that instead. And attack for 200. He has Deep Sea Diva. And he's going to special summon out another Diva, I believe. So I don't believe he plays a second Gilman. Yep. Just pass the turn. Gets another Bora, which is very nice. Attacks for a lot. And then attacks for 15. Passes the turn. Hero Blast. And I believe it's at a Crow. That is. Might be a Crow. He Hero Blast targets the. He forgot he banished out the other card. And just scoops the game. Moving on to game 3. I believe he sets 1 card in defense position and then sets 3 back row for our hero player. Draws for turn. Sets Snowman Eater, sets Trap Dust Shoot and 2 other traps. Draws for turn. Activates the MST, and immediately hits the Trap Dust Shoot. That is why you do not blind MST. He does have a lot of good cards, though. That is very, very hard to deal with. He's going to put back the Sirocco. The Sirocco goes back to the deck. Okay, they caught it very, very well. Grabs Kalut. He's going to attack into the Snowman Eater, which unfortunately is just going to destroy it. This is actually a misplay because Shura has to be on the board to be able to resolve. Yep, okay, they got that fixed as well. Very nice, very nice. And he just passed the turn, down on a lot of cards. North Summons the Ocean, attacks 15. Draws into Cyber Dragon, very nice. He can Caius over if he wants to. That he's going to. Ooh, that's brutal. North Summons Deep Sea Diva. First summon out Spine Gilman, probably going into... I'm going to very well assume that they're going to go into Magical Android. Yep. He's just going to send a card and gain 600 life points. Doesn't want to necessarily lose the Magical Android immediately. Ooh. That's brutal, though. Black Rowan activates. He's going to search Gale. He's seeing if he wants to go for... He's going to go for Black Rose. He's going to activate the effect. Oh, that's brutal, though. Starlight Road gets activated. Yeah, pretty sure this is locked up. I'm sorry, Gavin. Why are you guys setting cards before you attack? He does draw into Sirocco, which is a very big card for this. Searches out Bora, but Sirocco doesn't have its effects because of the effect of Shadow Presenting Mirror, which I believe means that Gavin is going to lose in this turn. Gain 600 for life points, attacks over both Bora and the Sirocco. Grabs Blizzard, but unfortunately that Shadow Presenting Mirror is a little bit too much trouble. Yep, that's game. Alright, that is the end of that match. Moving on to the third round. Which, oh, that's me on the left. I'm going against the Resident Hero player. And I roll a 6, and he rolls a 10. He's going to choose to go first. My hand looks pretty alright. North Summons Deep Sea Diva immediately grabs Spine Gilman, probably going to synchro directly into Magical Android. Very standard play for him, from what I can see. Where's that Magical Android? Gains 600 life points. Sets 2 and passes. I set my Supernova Mega Hamster, my Bottomless Trap Hole, and I believe it is a copy of Dimensional Prison that I have set as well. I'm going to bottomless the Stratos because I want to have a monster on the board for next turn. Hamster activates, sets the Raikou. He sets 1 and passes. Gains 600 life points. Moving on to my turn. I draw into another Raikou, which is unfortunate. I will flip over the Raikou, and I get to, I'll randomly choose, hit the Dimensional Prison, mill 3 cards, nothing good. I hit the Magical Android with Caius, set and pass. Normal Summons Alias, and I activate Bottomless Trap Hole. No Gemini Spark, which is good for me. I set 1, I believe it's my Plague Spreader, and I pass turn. You know, Summons Diva, activates the effect of Diva. He's just going to pass the turn. I'm going to flip over the Raikou, destroy the... Oh, mill a Necrogarna and a Vayu, hitting the defense-positioned copy of Diva. Attack into the Deep Sea Diva, and attack gets compulsed for my troubles. I set one, I pass. Doesn't seem to have much of anything, though. He attacks me for 200. Then just pass the turn. No summon the Sirocco, especially not the Gale. I Solemn Judgment, the Torrential. I half that for shits and giggles. But I go out for a Stardust, I believe. Then I activate the effect of Sirocco, or Vayu, sorry, to bring out a copy of Armed Wing, in which I begin to start attacking. I get deal 21 and 25. And then I believe I just passed my turn. Look at that, me keeping him off of any heroes, so he can't use that Miracle Fusion that's in his hand. North Summon the Plague Spreader, Synchro into, I believe it's Colossal Fighter. And then I think I just attack for game. It's at 31, attack for 25. He brings out the Spine Gilman with the Call of the Haunted just to try to chump an attack so that he doesn't die this turn specifically. Doesn't draw on anything and scoops it up. I take game number 1. Game 2. He knows one's the Alias, sets 2 and passes. I set 2 and pass. I believe it is a Raikou that I have set. No summons Deep Sea Diva. And special summons out a Spine Gilman. Now, he could go for a very funny play and go for Mistworm and just absolutely annihilate me. But I believe he Gemini Sparks preemptively, which is a bit worrying. He's going to attack for 600 and for 17, so he take 23 in total. Or 33. No, never mind. I think I was correct the first time. I get to Bottomless the Magical Android. He sets a card, and he passes his turn. I draw to another Caius. I have no monster, so I just set a card and pass turn. Passes the turn. I draw to Charge the Light Brigade. Hell yeah! Mill a Dad and a Supernova Mega Hamster for my troubles. Grab Raikou. I'm going to set a random card from my hand, and I pass my turn. He Nomina Crossouts me, which makes me very glad that I got rid of both of my copies of Charge the Light Brigade and Supernova Mega Hamster in one go. But we will see what happens. He activates Miracle Fusion, going into Absolute Zero. I Dimensional Prison his Ab-Zero because I don't want him to have any heroes in his grave. I set one, which I believe was a Plague Spreader. Activates Future Fusion. I Royal Oppression. So that gets negated. I go ahead and I just Tribute Summon for the Caius. Just hits that, gets Mirror Force for his troubles. And then I set 2 and pass. No summons out Bubble Man. I take 800. Pass the turn. I draw into another trap when I set. Pass. He activates the Emergency Call. Searches out, I believe, it is a copy of Stratos. He's not going back in because he's going to be hitting back row. It doesn't target. I personally am starting to think of what he's going for, so he's still going to hit that, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Draw for turn, draw to a lure. Get rid of the Caius, North Summon the Card Trooper, mill 3, attack into the Bubble Man. Ooh, all spells. Activates Miracle Fusion, I'll pay 800. And then he realizes that he should have done something else instead. He'll heavy storm at that point, which he could just wipe my ass out immediately. I don't have Necroguard on my graveyard, I believe, so I'm taking this damage really badly. I take 21. I draw a card. Draw off turn. Just looking at my graveyard to see what I can do. MST the back row, which was a Nolan to cross out. Trying to see if there is a line that I have to get myself out of this. And I don't know if there is. Actually, there might be. Depends on if I have Plague Spreader in deck or not. Oh, no, I need another card. I think I'll lose this one. I just set the Dark Grepher. I pass. Draw. Just trying to see what I can go into. Activate Rhoda. Oh, here we go. This is what I needed. Northwind Armageddonite. Pitch the Plague Spreader. Revive. Bring out Goyo to attack over it. And then I pass turn. Okay, that's what I was like, damn it, I needed another turn. But that's fine. Moving on to game 3. Start of game 3. I am starting. Set 1, T-set pass. Strong play. He does the exact same thing. I go ahead and I flip over the Raikou. And I hit the monster. Mill 3. Hit Plague, Necrogarna, and is that Vayu? No, I hit Caius. I would laugh super hard if I had Dad in hand right now. Attack for 2,000. He doesn't have Gorse. I just keep the one set and I pass the turn. No summon Steva. Princess One Gilman. Pretty bread and butter play that he's going to make right here. He's going to Brain Con take. He's going to send for 7. What does he have? Oh, I believe this is Ancient Fairy Dragon, which I did not expect. Does bring out AFD, but I am going to go ahead and use Bottomless Trapple. Attacks for 17. Draw for turn. Normal summon the Gale, half the Spine Gilman. Attack into it. Trying to calculate the life. Set 1 pass. Passes right back. Attack for 13 directly, pass. He draws. Normal summons Deep Sea Diva. Again, brings out another Deep Sea Diva. He just passes. I draw. I believe I just attack with the Gale. I attack into the one that is in attack position. Still hasn't been able to go into anything, which is a little unfortunate. Sets 1, passes. I attack the defense position Diva because I don't want to lose this card. Pass turn. No summons Ocean. I'm like, cool, he finally got out of it. No, he did not. Dimensional Prison. He sets pass. I believe I MST or a Heavy Storm to start with. I believe it's only Heavy Storm that I have. Never mind, that's Burial. I'm thinking about if I want to do a Heavy Storm play or if I want to go just balls deep into it. And then I'm like, yeah, fuck it, we're based. Heavy Storm. Get rid of my own Royal Oppression, I believe. No summon Armageddonite effect. Dump, I believe it's a Vayu, because I do have Sirocco in the grave. He DD Crows the Vayu, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna barrel it back, and then, yep. And I just tell him basically that I had him no matter what happened. So that's it. Moving on to the final round, and that's me again. So we've got me playing Vayu Turbo on the left versus my friend Edgar playing Fairies on the right. And let's just hop into it. Doing some final shuffling. He usually taps the decks, so not surprised. I draw for turn, and I pass. I won the die roll. Set 1, pass. My opponent draws for turn. He's thinking. He specials out the Cyber Dragon. I go ahead and I just hit it with the Raikou. He sets one and passes. I'm assuming that it is a Raikou. Also, when Armageddon Knight used effects, probably pitch the Vayu attack right into the Raikou because I know exactly what he's playing. Mills, Nova Summoner, Anti Crow, and Book of Moon. I just pass my turn. He's thinking about what he wants to do. Normal summons out Dimensional Alchemist. Special summons out Soul Period Light. Yeah, I'm just talking about my screen at this moment. Sorry about the pauses. He attacks for 13 and not 18 because he does not activate the effect. And then he thinks I have a Gorz. I don't at this moment, but he thinks so he doesn't want to have to deal with it. I go ahead and normal summon out another Armageddon Knight. I believe I pitch a Sirocco, knowing what I can deal with. Go ahead and go into Armed Wing. I believe I special out Gale at this moment, knowing that I want to deal with this, either force out the Honest or duel something else. I half that to 1,000. I attack into it. So we're calculating it right now, but I think he's going to use this Honest right here, which then we both forget that Herald is on the board, and then this moment happens, and then he catches it right after I summon out the Armor Master. So we take it back all the way to. We take it all the way back to that. I just set and pass. Technically, he could have sharked me, but it's locals, so not much is at stake. And with how lately I've been polling, nothing was at stake. Maybe $2 worth of stuff was at stake. He goes ahead and activates Treasure Library Gate, searches out Raikou. Activates Dimensional Alchemist effect, banishing another Dimensional Alchemist. Sets one and passes. I believe I know that that's a Raikou set. If it's not, then, fair play. I activate the effect of Plague Spreader because I want to use Caius to banish out the Dimensional Alchemist so he can't get anything off of it. I attack with the into it, and then I attack into the Raikou, which he's going to destroy my Armor Master, which I'm not surprised about. I set my last two cards, and I pass the turn. Activate Heavy Storm. I activate my Solemn Judgment in response. He sets one and passes. I'm pretty sure that is another copy of Raikou. And I just attack into it. Oh, it's DD Warrior Lady, so he gets to banish the Caius. I set one and pass. He draws into, I believe, Herald of Orange Light. He's got another Herald Purity and Soul Purity and Light. Sorry, not Herald. I just pass after I draw. Draw, set, pass, draw, pass, draw. Flip over the Necrogarnet. I just attacked for 600. I'm just saying, fuck it, I'm attacking into you now. Better have the Gorz. No, someone's got the Honest. He attacks, I will Mirror Force it because I don't want him to have an Honest. But I think he has, yep, there it is. Herald of Purple Light is in his hand. That's why he was thinking about it. I go ahead and special out Chaos Sorcerer, banishing Armageddon Knight and Raikou. I attack for 23. And I believe I just passed my turn. He draws. He sets one. I MST it. Draw for turn. I go ahead and attack for another 23. Set one and pass. He draws. Thinks about something to do. He's thinking about switching out that Soul Period Light. He does it, banishing Honest and Archlord Christia, but I go ahead and use Royal Oppression, and he's going to chain Herald of Purple Light. Normal summons out the Herald of Orange Light, goes into Red Dragon Archfiend to get over the Chaos Sorcerer, and then he attacks the Chaos Sorcerer. And then I remind him that it has to attack into a defense position monster to use its effect, which I believe is correct. I don't have a copy on me. I believe it has to attack into a defense position to destroy all of them. Activate the Allure, get rid of that dark dragon that was dead in my hand. Thinking about my play, and I just set and pass. I don't want to deal with the Gores right now, so no someone's Shining Angel. I just Torrential, because I don't want to deal with it. I draw into a probably really good card, Burial. But at the exact same time, I also need other cards. Bring back Vayu, Plague, and Sirocco. And then I use Vayu, he uses Duty Crow. And then I normal summon out Dark Grepher, just attack for 17, because he's got nothing in hand. Attack again for game. Okay, moving on to game number 2. Fiddle come in. Alright. He's, I believe, going to start us off. Just doing some last minute switches up from the extra deck, or from the, side deck. Yeah, Red Dragon Archfiend has to attack defense position monster. So, looking at my hand, once again, double Caius. Caius have been loving me, and I cut it down to 2. I set my Plague Spur, and I pass turn. Him not flipping it over actually is telling me that it is not a Raikou. It is DD Warrior Lady, which is a bit unfortunate because I do have a Plague set. And then I take 11 to the face. Add to that Honest back to his hand. Sets and passes. I set my Raikou, and I just pass turn. Let's see what he does. He just passes it back to me. I go ahead and I flip over the Raikou, hitting the back row. Oh, sorry about that. Hitting the Mirror Force. I attack for 200. Then I set 1, I just pass turn. He does have Free the Braid Wanderer. Normal summons out Break of the Magical Warrior. Pops my back row, which is Mirror Force. Attacks for 16, so I take 1400. He just passes turn. I draw an Armageddonite, which was a great draw, but I don't think I have anything in the graveyard that can use it at the current moment. So I'm debating on how to use it. If I want to. And after thinking about it, I'm like, I might have to get greedy. Normal summon out the Armageddonite. I believe I dumped down Vayu. I just pass the turn. Don't do a damn thing. Just hold back. Normal summons Free the Brave Wanderer. Attacks into my Armageddonite. I take it all. Attack for 16. I take it. Draw off turn. Activate Brain Control, taking the Free the Brave Wanderer, because I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to tribute it for Caius to banish the Breaker. So you can take 1,000, then it takes 24, so I took 34 from 1 hit. I go ahead and I set my Barrel from Different Dimension as a sort of bluff, and then I pass the turn over to him. He decrows my Vayu, and I'm like, cool, fine by me, bro. Brings out Chaos Sorcerer, which is a little unfortunate. Banishes that. So 3 cards in hand. Draw off turn. I draw into my body as a shield. I am thinking about tributing. Yep, bring all this back in. I activate my effect for Plague Spreader. Tribute it for Caius, banishing out the Chaos Sorcerer. Attack for another 34, so he's very low on life points. I set 1. Pass turn. Special summons out Cyber Dragon. So that means he's gonna honest me. Draws for turn. I set 1 and I blind allure. And I nail it. Because I'm low on life points. Set the Raikou and I pass turn. No one's free the Brave Wanderer. He attacks into my Cyber Dragon, and I go ahead and hit the free the Brave Wanderer, milling 3 with Raikou. Passes turn. Draw, set, pass. Draw. Attacks 21. I deprison it. But he's going to purple light it, in which we go into game 3. My hand looks pretty good. Summon Dark Grepher, activate effect, pitching the Sirocco. And I believe he's going to Orange Light me immediately. That he does. I just pass my turn. I have Gourds in my hand, so I'm pretty free to do anything I want. Brings out Card Trooper. He's just going to attack for 400, and I'm going to drop it because, holy fuck, yeah, I'm dropping that now. Mills exactly to 4 fairies. But I don't think he has it. Mills 3, grabs Raikou. You just pass turn. I flip the Gorz to attack and attack for 23. He draws 1. I activate, I believe I'm going to activate Allure of Darkness, and I banish out the Sirocco that's in my hand, and I just pass the turn. Normal summons free the Brave Wanderer. He's going to banish 2 to get rid of my Gorz. And then he's going to attack. Draw for turn. Is that 3 darks? You bet your sweet bippy it is. Go ahead and activate Dad's effect. Hitting the free, attack for 28. He's at 29. I set my Necro Gardener. I set my Return from the Dimension, and I pass turn. He's thinking of his options, and I don't think he might have any. He is thinking very hard about this because Dad is a problem card, and I win. So that is it. I win another locals. Didn't pull shit from that. But that is it. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Also, please check out the Magic and Monsters 1K that is coming up at the end of this month. Shoot me a message if you guys want to be a part of it. And that's all I got. Thank you. Goodbye.